A woman at the supermarket demanded I give her my shopping cart, snapping, "I have kids, you don't, so I deserve it more." When I refused, she tried to grab it anyway, only for the store manager to walk over and say, "Ma'am, we have you on camera harassing customers. You need to leave." Her face went pale as a security guard stepped forward. I work as the store manager at a busy grocery store in downtown Chicago. It's a demanding job, but I take pride in maintaining a respectful and orderly environment for both customers and staff. Our store sees a lot of foot traffic, especially during the morning rush. One Monday morning, the store was bustling with activity. Customers were lined up at the checkout counters, waiting patiently for their turn. I was overseeing the operations, ensuring everything was running smoothly. Suddenly, I noticed a woman in her late 40s, dressed in designer clothes, approaching the checkout line. Without hesitation, she attempted to cut in front of the waiting customers. "Excuse me, I have more important things to do than these people," she declared loudly. A collective gasp echoed through the line. One of the customers, a young mother with a toddler, gently protested, "Ma'am, we've all been waiting our turn." The woman scoffed, "This is horrible customer service. I demand to speak to the manager." I stepped forward, maintaining a calm demeanor. "Good morning, ma'am. I'm the store manager. How can I assist you?" She looked me up and down, clearly expecting someone else. "You're the manager? Well, your staff is incompetent, and this line is unacceptable. I need to be checked out immediately." I took a deep breath and replied, "Ma'am, we value all our customers equally. Cutting in line is unfair to those who have been waiting patiently. I kindly ask that you wait your turn." Her face turned red with anger. "I spend a lot of money here. I shouldn't have to wait like common people." I stood my ground. "While we appreciate your patronage, we don't reward entitlement here. Everyone is treated with the same respect, regardless of their spending." The woman huffed and stormed out, leaving behind a trail of murmurs and nods of approval from the other customers. The incident quickly became the talk of the store. Customers and staff alike praised the stance taken against entitlement. It reinforced the store's commitment to fairness and respect. A few days later, the woman returned, this time waiting patiently in line. She avoided eye contact but didn't cause any further disturbances. A few days went by. Things settled. People in the neighborhood started recognizing me more. Some would nod or smile. A couple even thanked me for standing up that day. It was nice. But that peace didn't last. One of our cashiers, Marcy, pulled me aside near the loading dock the next Friday. She looked nervous. "That woman? The one who tried to cut the line? She was here again today. Didn't buy anything. Just walked around staring at me. Real slow. Like she was trying to make me uncomfortable." I tensed. "Did she say anything?" Marcy shook her head. "No. But it was weird. I told security. They said they'd keep an eye out if she comes back. We didn't make a big deal out of it. Maybe she was just embarrassed and didn't know how to act. But I kept my ears open." That weekend, a negative review popped up on Google for the store. 1 star. No name, but the description made it clear who wrote it. It accused us of discrimination, poor customer service, and harassment. Claimed the staff mocked her for being successful. Said the manager, me, was rude, aggressive, and sexist. I reported it. So did a few of the regulars who saw what really happened. But the reviews stayed up. Then things started getting worse. We began getting prank calls. Some were silent. Others had people screaming. Once, someone pretended to be from the health department and said we were being investigated. Another time, a man claimed his wife had a seizure in our store and blamed us for it, even though it clearly never happened. He couldn't name the date or time. Still, corporate had to follow up. They sent someone out. The stress was building. Staff morale dropped. Customers started whispering. One elderly man asked me if we were in trouble. The final straw came one Monday morning, 2 weeks after the original incident. One of our bakery workers, Tasha, arrived early to find the glass front door shattered. Nothing was taken, but a word was scratched into the service counter with something sharp. One word: fake. Police came. Cameras showed a person in a hoodie and mask. No plate number on the car, but we all knew. And then I got a letter. Handwritten. No name. No return address. Just 4 lines. People like you don't deserve power. You embarrassed me. You will regret this. Watch your back. I stared at it for a long time. My hands were shaking. I locked my office door and read it again. That's when I knew. This wasn't just about a line anymore. She had turned it into a game. A personal war. And I wasn't about to lose. I didn't tell the staff about the letter at first. I didn't want them to feel unsafe or spooked. I gave it to the police, filed the report, and got back to work. But something shifted in me. I stopped thinking of her as just another entitled customer. She was trying to make a point now. This was control. Ego. Power. I had to do something, but carefully. She clearly wanted me to explode, react publicly, lose it somehow. I wasn't giving her that. I went back through the footage from the day she cut in line. Found the best clip. I blurred out the customers and posted a still frame of me speaking to her calmly, like always, with the caption, "Being the manager means standing for every customer, not just the loud ones." It went up on the store's Facebook page. That night, the post had over 300 likes. Comments started rolling in. Regulars showed up to say they were proud of how we handled it. A few even shared stories of their own. Nothing mean, just people being supportive. No names were mentioned. The next morning, the second twist hit. A man came into the store, nicely dressed, briefcase, looked like a lawyer or maybe some kind of real estate guy. He asked to speak to me. "I'm here on behalf of one of my clients." She believed she was publicly humiliated and defamed by a post made on this store's social media. I already knew who he meant. "She's asking that you take it down immediately and issue an apology on behalf of your store and yourself. Otherwise, she will consider further legal action." I didn't blink. I pointed him to our legal department and said nothing else. He left his card and walked out without another word. Later that day, I checked the store cameras again. 2 hours before he came, she'd been outside the store, just sitting in her car, watching the building. Windows up, engine running. That same night, our staff lounge was broken into. The window was small, almost nobody could fit through it. But someone did. Left behind a weird mix of items on the table, our store newsletter torn into pieces, a name tag of mine that had gone missing 2 months ago, and a single rotten apple placed on top of a receipt from the day she caused the scene. It was no longer just about me. She was targeting the store now, my people. I had security install a new alarm system and upgraded the cameras, told the staff to stay sharp, told them everything. The team stood behind me. Even the night janitor, quiet guy named Delroy, said, "Ain't nobody running you off, boss. We've seen worse." And then, just when we thought she'd run out of ideas, something truly strange happened. A man applied for a night stalker job. Seemed normal enough. Quiet, polite, good resume. We ran a background check clean. He got hired. A week later, Marcy came to me again. "He's off," she said. "He doesn't talk to anyone. He works too fast. Too quiet. And he keeps walking past the front door every 10 minutes like he's looking for someone." I started watching him on camera. She was right. His pattern was odd. Almost rehearsed. I pulled his file and started doing my own digging. The address on his application? It didn't exist. His references? Disconnected numbers. I looked closer at the emergency contact name he'd written down. It was hers. Different last name, but same first and middle. I had no doubt. He was planted. I froze. She was trying to get someone inside. Watch us. Maybe worse. I called corporate. HR, legal, security. I called the cops. They started digging into him too. And that's when everything blew open. The police did some digging. Turns out, the guy she sent, the fake stalker, had a record under another name. Petty theft. Harassment. One charge for stalking. It was old, sealed, but it was there. He'd been off the radar for years. She had found him, paid him under the table, and used him to get into my store. Cameras, floor maps, employee schedules, he was collecting them all. They arrested him quietly. Came in late at night when the store was closing. No fuss. He didn't say a word. But his phone said everything. Dozens of photos of my office, the staff, and even my house. My kids. My dog. He had searched for my address online, printed out a map with red circles around certain points. The front door. My garage. My bedroom window. They found her messages too. Texts from an encrypted app. She told him when to come, what to wear, who to watch. She told him, make him pay. The cops brought her in the next day. She denied it. Said she didn't know him. Said someone must be using her name. Said she was being framed. But they had her voice on a voicemail she left him. Telling him to keep quiet, keep moving, and make sure he doesn't see you. It went to court. Here's where I made my mistake. I let myself believe it was over. The trial took months. She played innocent the whole time. Rich lawyers, long speeches, fake tears. She even tried to countersue me for emotional trauma from the store incident. Claimed I'd embarrassed her in public, ruined her reputation, cost her meaningful business contacts. And somehow, someway, the jury was split on the harassment charges. Hung jury. Mistrial. The judge dismissed the weaker charges, but didn't throw everything out. A second trial was set. She walked out of court smiling, like she'd won already. That night, my tires were slashed. No cameras caught her. No proof. But I knew. And I snapped. I did something I wasn't proud of. I made a burner account. Sent every detail of her story to a friend who worked in local media. Gave them the court transcripts, her texts, the photos, the voicemail. I kept my name out of it. Told them to follow up on the case, fact-check everything. My friend ran it through someone they knew at a local Chicago blog. Big audience. Real loyal following. They published it all. Didn't name me, but they named her. Every single thing. The lies, the fake job app, the threats, the messages to the guy she sent into my store. Everything. It went viral in 2 days. She lost her business clients. Her company's board kicked her out. People found her old social media posts where she talked about hardworking values and being a leader. Comments exploded. She tried to post some long-winded response, but it was too late. The court scheduled the second trial for harassment and conspiracy to commit a crime. This time, she pled guilty. Took a deal. 18 months probation. Community service. A fine. But the real punishment was outside the courtroom. Her face was everywhere. Her reputation shredded. Her friends stopped returning calls. Her emails leaked. One of them even showed her joking about ruining that store manager's life. I still kept my job. Still managed the store. But the stress caught up to me. I started therapy. My wife and I talked about moving, but I stayed. I had to. I needed to see this through. I learned a hard lesson through all of this. I'd always believed that staying calm, doing the right thing, would protect me. That reason and fairness would win. But sometimes, people like her don't want fair. They want to burn you down just to feel taller. And sometimes, to stop them, you have to strike back. Not by screaming. Not by stooping. But by cutting off the roots they hide behind and letting the truth do what it does best, spread. She made a mistake trying to ruin me. I made a mistake thinking she wouldn't go that far. But in the end, she fell on her own sword. And I made sure everyone saw it.